त्वत् परम् इह अनर्पिताचलं चिरात् करुणया त्वतीर्णा कलौ समर्पयितुं मोनो त्वजलरसं स्वभक्ति श्रियं हरिपुरटसुन्दर धृतिकदम्बसन्दीपितः सदा हृदयकन्दारे स्मृतो व शचीनन्दनः राधाकृष्ण प्रणय भक्तिर्ह्लादिनी शक्तिरस्मात् एकात्मानवपि भुवि पुरा देहभेदं गतौ तौ चैतन्याख्यां प्रकटम् अधुना तद्वै चैकमात्तां राधाभावभीतिषु वलितं नौमि कृष्णस्वरूपं श्रीराधाय प्रणमहिमा हृदिशो वनैव स्वाद्यो येनाद्भुतमधुरिमा कीदृशो वामदीयः सौख्यं च स्य मद् अनुभवतः कीदृशं वेति लोभात् तद्भावाध्यासमजनिशची गर्भसिन्धौ हरिन्दुः सङ्कर्षणकारणतो यशायि गर्भोदशायि च पायोब्धिशायि शेषश्च यस्यां सकला स नित्यानन्दाख्य राम शरणं ममात्सु ममास्तु मायातिथि व्यापि वैकुण्ठलोके पूर्णैश्वर्यश्री चतुर्व्यूहमध्ये रूपं यस्योद्भति सङ्कर्षणाख्यां तं श्रीनित्यानन्दं रामं प्रपद्ये मायाभरताञ्चान्दसङ्घाश्रयाङ्गः शेते साक्षात्कारणाम्बोधिमध्ये यस्य कांक्षा श्रीपुमानादिदेवास्तं श्रीनित्यानन्द रामं प्रपद्ये यस्यां शांशः शीलगर्भोदशाय यन्नाभ्यब्जं लोकसङ्घातनालां लोकषष्ठुसुतिकधाम धातुस्तं श्रीनित्यानन्द रामं प्रपद्ये यस्यां शांशः परात्मखिलानां पोष्ठविष्णुभाति दुग्धाब्धिशायि शौनिभरता यत्कालसोऽप्यनन्तस्तं श्रीनित्यानन्द रामं प्रपद्ये महाविष्णुर्जगत्कर्ता मायाया सृजत् अधः तस्यावतार एवायम् अद्वैताचार्येश्वरः अद्वैतं हरिनाथ अद्वैताद् आचार्यं भक्तिसंशनात् भक्तावतारम् ईशं तम् अद्वैताचार्यमाश्रये पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् जयतां सुरतौ पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमते गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्भोजौ श्रीराधामदनमोहनौ दिव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमाडः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा शीलगोविन्ददेवौ प्रेष्ठालिविसेव्यमानौ स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनिर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथाश्रियस्तु नः जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य भागवत मंगलाचरण आजानुलम्बित भुजौ कनकावदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वाम्बरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ नमस्त्रिकालसत्याय जगन्नाथसुताय च सभृत्याय सपुत्राय सकलात्राय ते नमः अवतीर्णौ सकरुणया परिच्छिन्नौ षडीश्वरौ श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य नित्यानन्दौ द्वौ भ्रातरौ भजे स जयति विशुद्धविक्रमकनकाभकमलायताक्षणः वरजानुविलम्बि षड्भुजो बहुधा भक्तिरसाभिनार्दकः जयति जयति देव कृष्ण चैतन्य चन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा जयति जयति भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेशमूर्ति जयति जयति नित्यं तस्य सर्वप्रियाणां हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय दंडवत प्रणाम टू ऑल डिवोटीज
प्रणाम माता जी।
Chumur Mataji, can you sing some song till Mataji joins?
Mataji, she is not going to join today. She is busy in some other work. So
So
she
you'll
has
sing.
asked.
Okay.
Yeah, she has asked me to sing some bhajan, and then to like the same thing that how we explain all the shlokas in that bhajan.
That's very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Mataji, so we are going to sing today by Ohe Vaishnava Thakur. I'll just send the lyrics. Just a minute, Mataji. Yes, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Mataji,
Hare
I
Krishna.
have I have sent the lyrics on that WhatsApp group. So tomorrow is the most auspicious occasion. As we know, we in our sampradaya we celebrate the appearance and disappearance day of Vaishnava Acharyas. So tomorrow is the disappearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So
It's today, Prabhuji.
it's today or tomorrow, Prabhu?
I think today I have seen in another group. Just check.
No, tomorrow, Prabhuji.
Tomorrow, Prabhu. It's tomorrow, Prabhuji. 19th star. Yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji.
tomorrow, Prabhuji.
Tomorrow.
It's the
Okay.
Chaturthi of Margashish on the Shukla Paksha. So the tithi of disappearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is tomorrow, and as we as the general pratha that we do is that we glorify the Vaishnava Acharyas on their appearance day and disappearance day, and on the disappearance day we express lament for not being able to associate with them. So in this context, we will be singing Ohe Vaishnav Thakur, written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his book Sharanagati. I have sent you the lyrics on the group, so you may kindly refer to that. Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Karuna Kori. ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदासे करुणा करी दिया पद छाया शोधो हे आमाया दिया पद छाया शोधो हे आमाया তোমার চরণ ধরি ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি क्षय बेगादोमि क्षय दोष शोधि क्षय गुण देहो दासे क्षय बेगादोमि क्षय दोष शोधि क्षय गुण देहो दासे क्षय सत्संग देहो हे आमारे क्षय सत्संग देहो ए हमारे বসেছি সঙ্গের আসে ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি একাকী আমার নাহি পায় বল হরিনাম সংকীর্তনে একাকী আমার নাহি পায় বল হরিনাম সংকীর্তনে তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধনে ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে আমি তো কাঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি আমি তো কাঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি धाई तव पाछे पाछे ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदासे करुणा करी ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदासे करुणा करी ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदासे करुणा करी ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदासे करुणा करी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे जय राधा गिरिधारी राधे जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय निताय गौरा हरि हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणीचारणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारणे नमा ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुगा भक्तिदा श्रीगौरा करुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्ध अपसिद्धान्तध्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्भोधे पदाम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्टा सज्जनप्रियः वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So today we are going to sing. We have sung "O Hey Vaishnava Thakur" written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and we'll be seeing the meanings of each and every line. It's a very wonderful bhajan from the book Sharanagati. And here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying to the Vaishnav Thakurs or the senior Vaishnavas who have appeared before him. And he is seeking their mercy so that he is able to perform Harinam Sankirtan in a much proper way. So this has to be the mood. So in this bhajan, he is instructing all of us how we should be praying to Radha Krishna and to our Guru Varga so that they shower their mercy upon us. So the first stanza, it is Ohe Vaishnava Thakura, Doyara Sagara, Edasa Karuna Kori, Diya Pada Chaya, Shodo He Amaya, Tomara Charana Dhori. So here he is praying to Vaishnav Thakur, saying that, O Venerable Vaishnav Thakur, O Ocean of Mercy, Doyara Sagara, be merciful to me, Edasa Karuna Kori, your servant, be merciful to me, your servant, and purify me by the shade of your lotus feet. Diya Pada Chaya, Shodo He Amaya. So by the shadow of your lotus feet, you will be able to purify me. Tomara Charana Dhori. Your feet I humbly hold. Next line is Chaya Bega Dhumi, Chaya Dosha Shodhi, Chaya Guna Deho Dase, Chaya Satasanga Deho He Amara, Bosechi Sangera Ase. So controlling my six urges and purifying me of the six faults. Chaya Bega Dhumi, controlling the six Vegas. We'll discuss the six Vegas as we have studied in Upadeshamrita. We'll be seeing in context with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur on how he was able to preach, and how a guru has to be, so that like what qualities a guru should be having. So these are the qualities, and since these qualities are present in the guru, they are able to instruct the devotees as well, the students as well, in removing these six urges. So controlling the six urges, purifying me of six faults, chaya dosha shodhi, chaya guna deho dase, please give me, your servant, the six good qualities. Chaya satasanga deho he amare bosechi sangera ase. And here we should be praying that, O Guru, O Vaishnava Acharyas, please give me the six kinds of association. I have sat down here in the hope of having your company. Bosechi sangera ase. Ekaki amara nahi paya bala. So alone, like on my own, alone, I don't have any strength to chant the names of Lord Hari. Ekaki amara nahi paya bala harinama sankirtane. Tumi kripa kori shraddha bindu diya deho Krishna nama dhane. So I beg you, therefore, please be merciful with a particle of your, and with a particle of a faith, give me the
You have
great
50.
treasure of the holy name of Krishna. The last stanza, it is Krishna se tomara Krishna dite paro, तुम्हारा शकति आछे, आमी तो कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली धाई तव पाछे पाछे.
Thank you.
So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing and is instructing us that the Sri Guru has Krishna with him. So Krishna is yours. So Sri Guru has Krishna, and you have the power to give him to me, for such is your power. So here the wonderful, what do you say, the merciful qualities of the guru, and the authority that the guru has, or a pure devotee has on Krishna, is being shown over here. So Krishna is yours, you have the power to give it to me, give him to me, for such is your power. I myself, Amito Kangala. Kangala means I am wretched, and I am very miser. I am poor, miser, and wretched. Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna Boli. And by saying Krishna Krishna, what am I doing? Dhai Tava Pache Pache. I am running, simply running after you, crying Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So it's a very wonderful bhajan. There are very deep meanings written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in each of the stanzas. So let's start discussing each stanza again. So um, Ohe Vaishnava Thakur Dayara Sagara. So here here Sri Guru is being said as Dayara Sagara. Now we know by seeing the pastimes of several of our acharyas and several of the acharyas in our Guru Parampara, that they have been extremely merciful and they have been extremely compassionate to the souls, to the living beings who are present around them. Starting from Nityanand Prabhu, yesterday also we saw how Nityanand Prabhu, he is the most merciful form of Guru, Sri Guru, in the form that he had given Harinam, the Prema Rasa of Harinam, through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Jagai Madhai. So they are in fact Dayara Sagara, and we are we are begging for the mercy as servants. Edasa karuna kori. Diya pada chaya, please give us the shadow. Shodo he amaya, tomara charana dhori. So here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is emphasizing on the word shade or shadow of lotus feet. Shodo he amaya, please purify me. Tomara charana dhori. So I heard this from Adigdadar Prabhu, and also by listening to the lectures of my Guru Maharaj, His Grace Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, that uh, the bhakti that we receive in the form of in the form of Guru's anukampa or the mercy from Radharani and Balram, it is compared to a beej. It's compared to a seed, so it's called as Bhakti Lata Beej, and it's the it is the responsibility of the individual to take care of the seed. So here Maharaj takes the analogy of how we sow a seed and how it fructifies into a fruit, fruit bearing tree. So it is said that the Bhakti Lata Bij, the initial what do you say um initial starting point of bhakti is a small seed, and that seed has to be sown into a fertile earth. So that fertile earth, to find a fertile earth, it is the most important aspect, as it's the first most important aspect, that we cannot sow the seed into a concrete place or into a brick or a stone bearing place, because it won't ankurit nahi hoga. So there will be no roots coming out of that seed. So here also the seed has to be kept under a shade or not under a very harsh sunlight. So here Diya Pada Chaya Shodho He Amaya. So here in the form of this bhajan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing that Shodho He Amaya, purify my heart. So the heart is the fertile earth in which we have to place the Bhakti Lata Bija. Now, to make it fertile, to make the heart fertile and to remove all the impurities from the heart, because even we see that even when we buy a new piece of land, the land might not be, or the soil that might be present in that land might not be uh, conducive for planting any trees or planting any flower bearing trees. So what do? We till the earth. So we dig the earth, we remove all the old roots, we remove all the pests, and we put fertilizers. We put gomutra, we put this gobar kanda, the cow dung, and we keep on putting these fertilizers till the land becomes what do you say amenable for sprouting out some seeds. So that analogy of removing the pests, removing the old roots, removing stones and boulders or some glass particles, that is compared to controlling and purifying the faults. So here in the next line, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us the marma, the concentrated, like we say, the cream of the nectar of instructions. So in nectar of instructions in Updeshamrita, we have seen in the verse number 2, Chaya Bega Domi, Chaya Dosa Shodhi. So in the first verse, we see Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Vibha Vegam, Udara Upasta Vegam, Etan Vegan Yo Vishayet Dhiraha, Sarvam Apimam, Pratvimsha Shishyat. So for having students all over the earth, a person should be able to control six urges. The urges of speech, like we should not be speaking too much, or we should not be speaking rubbish with rubbish people. So vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam. So the mind also has to be controlled. The demands placed by the mind also have to be controlled. Krodha vegam, there has to be a control even on the anger, the actions that are taken on anger. Now, anger is good. We have learned this by listening to the lectures of various gurus, and even Mataji says this, that anger, when shown in context to the wrongdoings done to a devotee, is good. So, anger is good, but too much of anger or too much of actions taken in anger is not advocated. So manasa krodha vegam, jivha vegam, udara upastha vegam. So there has to be control on the urges of the tongue, jivha, udara, the belly, and upastha. So upastha here means udara and upastha means belly and genitals. So all of these three are in one line. If we note these three things are in one line, the belly, the tongue, and the genitals are in one line. So all of these have to be controlled, and only one who has controlled all these six problems or these six urges, they are able or they are qualified to make disciples all over the world. So Chaya Bega Domi. So the entire first shlok of Updeshamrit is written in three words: Chaya Bega Domi, Chaya Dosha Shodhi. So the next verse of Nectar of Instructions is on the six faults that arise, or these are the weeds and the pests that are not conducive for the growth of the Bhakti Lata Bija. So Atyahara Prayashascha Prajalpo Niyamagraha Janasanghascha Laulyamcha Shadbhir Bhakti Vinashyati. So even if we are able to control the urges, Vacho Vegam, Manasakrode Vegam, Jibha Vegam, Udarupastha Vegam, but we are not able to remove the faults, that is Atyahara, Ati Ahara, Ati Prayasa, Prajalpa, Niyama Agraha, Janasangha, and Lolyam. If you're not able to control or remove these six faults, the Bhakti Bij will not sprout. There'll be no sprout of the Bij and it will just wither away. So Atyahara Prayasascha, that six faults has to be completely controlled. So we should not be eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than that is required. So in the translation written by Srila Prabhupada for this verse, he is mentioning Atya Ahara as both eating too much or collecting more funds than required. Now, collecting more funds here in this context is trying to earn more, than what is required for maintaining the body and soul together of the entire family, and to be enough so that we are able to do bhakti. So collecting more funds or eating more than required, ati prayasascha, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. So I can relate to this from my own wrongdoings in my past. When I was a small kid, I used to like wish that I get Nobel Prize in science, either in physics or in chemistry. And yes, that is possible. If anyone is able to study more and to is able to do much more research, it is possible to receive Nobel Prize by anyone and everyone. But it is not required. That Nobel Prize is not going to go with me or with my soul into the next body. It is going to be there in the same body, and in the next body I don't know whether I'm going to be a human or going to be an animal or going to be in the same universe where I have received Nobel Prize. And even if I come back as a human in the same universe, I don't remember my old birth. So there is no point of over endeavoring for such mundane things. So these mundane things are which are very difficult to obtain. Not everyone gets Nobel Prize, but it's very difficult. But again, it is mundane. So ati prayasascha, prajalpa. Prajalpa means idle talk, gram katha. So gram katha has to be avoided, and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was very much against gram katha. He said that prajalpa is one single thing which can destroy the Bhakti Lata Bija. So in prajalpa, it also means not speaking about other devotees with other devotees. So we should not be speaking behind the back of other devotees to other devotees. Prajalpa. Niyama agraha. Niyamagraha basically means practicing the scriptural rituals and regulations only for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules or regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. So in the translation and in the lecture given by several Guru Varga, we see that both the extremities are very bad for devotion. Either following the scriptural rules very particularly too much of niyama or no niyama. There has to be a balance between how much of niyama is actually conducive for the growth of bhakti lata bija. Niyamagraha jana sangascha, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. So not to be in the sangha of those people who are not devotees. Now, in this context, when I asked Mataji on how to conduct myself when I go to office, she basically mentioned that it is it is better that whenever there is a congregation of people in the office, the talks should be either very less, up to the point, or else if they are little bit acquaintances, they are like they you know them much more than others, then we can try to introduce Krishna to them, we can try to introduce bhakti to them, so that the next time that we meet, we restart from where we left in the last meeting. So I tried doing that. Now I have got 9 colleagues in my office, and out of these 9 colleagues, 2 of them are conducive towards bhakti. 7 of them are not so much conducive. So whenever there is a meeting in the office, we try to keep it very short. I try to keep it very short. I try to give excuses that I have got some other meeting or I have got some other task to finish. And whenever the 2 of us or 3 of us meet who are little bit conducive towards bhakti, we quickly finish the task and we start speaking about something related to Krishna. And it is and whenever we find the opportunity to visit temple, or to come, or whenever Mataji comes over here, I try to invite them to home so that they can also progress. They the bhakti their bhakti can also progress. So jana sanghascha laulyamcha. Laulyam basically means greed. So there should not be greed for mundane achievements. We should not be greedy that yes, I have won this award or won that award. I need more awards. I need more recognition. So these 6 defects, these 6 faults, which are very, very, very powerful, and they can easily destroy the small bija, that has to be completely removed. So here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying that, "O Guru, uh, you who have got the power to instruct me and to make me control my urges and to purify me by removing the 6 faults, and you also have got the power to give me the 6 good qualities. Chaya guna deho dase." Your servant, I your servant, when in your association, I'll be able to also get 6 good qualities. Now 6 good qualities, these are the good things that are required to sprout and to maintain a very small seed. So when the seed sprouts, so the first thing is controlling urges. We have to control the pests, we have to control the amount of water, we have to control the amount of fertilizer that we put. All these controls are there in the case of land. Then removing the faults, we have to remove the pests, any bad pests that are there, like demak, termites, we have to remove them. Remove old weeds, remove old stones, glass particles, all those things from the land, so that our bhakti lata beej is able to sprout. Now once it has sprouted, once it has become a small sapling, at that point of time it needs to be nurtured. So that nurture is given by 6 good qualities. That good qualities are utsaha nishchaya dhairya tat tat karma pravartanat sangatyaga sato vrutte shadbir bhakti prasidhyati. So prasidhyati, that means it advances, it grows, the bhakti grows. How does the bhakti grow? Utsaha. We should be very, very utsahit. So whenever we are in the association with Guru, we are never dull. We see that whenever we have seen that whenever Guru Maharaj is present or is coming to a certain city, there is news, and all devotees, they become very, very eager and very, very enthusiastic. Yes, Maharaj is coming. Some devotees are so eager and so eagerful and so enthusiastic that they go up to the airport or to the railway station. I have seen this in Nagpur. Loknath Swami Maharaj was visiting. So once he had come by flight, and the other time he had come by train. So when he when Nagpur is a very small airport, and that airport doesn't see like there's no huge traffic of flights. So generally in the afternoon time, there are only a couple of flights which land in Nagpur. So he was coming by one such flight. It was around 4:40. He was coming from Mumbai, or maybe from Delhi. So when he landed, there was a huge crowd of devotees, like around 200, 300 devotees with mridangas, with kartals, with flags, with chamar, with banner, with diya thalis, and all those things, welcoming Maharaj so eagerly. And they were putting flower petals on the path that he was to walk. So there is a small gap between the airport and the taxi stand. So he was made to walk on the rose petals, on the flower petals. So that is utsaha, and that utsaha has to be there. And if that utsaha is not there, the sapling will die. The sapling of bhakti will die. Nishchaya, there has to be confidence. Yes, I will be able to perform devotion. I will be able to grow in devotion. Why? Not because of my own power, but because of the power of the association of devotees. So Nishchaya has to be that there. There has to be endeavoring with confidence. Yes, I'll be able to finish it. Dhairyat, there has to be patience. There will be some time. Now we see this, that even with in the case of flowering plants or fruiting plants, we see that we need to have patience. There was a small anecdote which was shared by Jumur a couple of days back, where there was an it's a small comic strip where a elephant and a fox, or a sheep maybe, they were watering a small sapling, and the sheep is asking to the elephant, what are we growing? So on the next panel, the elephant says patience. We are trying to grow patience, because it takes a long time to grow any plant. Any plant, it takes a long time to grow. So what about bhakti lata bija, our heart? So at least the soil that we get, the gardening soil that we get from the stores, it is good. But the heart, it has got so much of mala. It has got so much of mala from so many lifetimes of bad association, of doing all those faulty activities, atyahara, prayasa, prajalpa, niyamagraha, janasangha, laulyam, that this land has to be tilled, and keep on tilling, keep on putting fertilizer, and put that bhakti lata beej in one of the lifetimes, and pray and hope that it sprouts. So we have to be eager, we should be having confidence, we should be confident, and we should be also patient. Dhairyat, tat karma pravartanat. So various activities which are favorable for devotional service, that has to be performed, so that the sapling grows. So when the sapling grows, what happens? We keep on removing the weeds that grow around them. We plant something else, so that the other plant takes up the extra water. So whenever we try to grow tulsi, so tulsi mata has to be grown in a soil which is not clay. It has to be silty soil, more of silt, less of clay, so that the roots of tulsi mata, they are not always present with water. For tulsi to grow properly, the soil has to be sandy and silty. So generally, we see along the river banks, wherever there's a flowing river, we find silt over there, and in those areas, tulsi grows very beautifully. Vrindavan, Ganga, all these examples are there. But when we try to grow tulsi in our homes, what we do is we just buy the gardening mix from the gardener, that is a red soil or a black soil, and we directly put tulsi. It grows. It grows fine for some time, but then we see all kinds of pests coming on the tulsi. We see mealybug, we see the red bug, we see other kinds of worms creeping and crawling around the soil. So that has to be removed. So all those activities which are favorable for devotional service, associating with devotees, going to dham, taking part in sankirtan, taking some effort, distributing books, distributing the name prasad of Krishna, that all has to be done, so that what happens, the bhakti beach sprouts, and the sapling grows. Sangha tyagat, we have to give away the association of non devotees. So sometimes, not sometimes, in general, even though we have made some progress, even though we are in the kanishta, we have made some progress in the devotional service. The moment we start associating with non devotees, it is that causes prajalpa to take place. So as we have seen the last verse, prajalpa, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur had made it very, very clear that prajalpa is enough to kill the Bhaktilata Bij. So when will Prajalpa happen? Prajalpa is more often to happen when we are in when we are in the association of non-devotees. So in the previous verse, Prajalpa and Janasangha both were said, and again it is said over here, Sangha Tyagat. So it is mentioned twice. Janasanghascha lolyamcha in the previous verse and Sangha Tyagat, Sato Vritte. So that has to be ensured that we do not associate much with non-devotees. We can understand that when we go to offices or when we go to some other places, we will have to associate with some non-devotees, but we have to keep our talks to as minimal talks as possible. Sangha Tyagat, Sato Vritte. So Sato Vritte, that it means following the footsteps of the previous great acharya. So here in this bhajan that we are singing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying for the exactly same thing. O hey Vaishnav Thakur, Daya Sagar. So, oh, the Vaishnav Thakurs before us, please help us and please help us in uh, like advancing our devotion. Sato Vritte, Shadbir Bhakti Prasiddhyati. That by doing that, our devotion will increase. Chaya Guna Deho Dase, Chaya Satasanga Deho e Amara Bosechi Sangera Ache. So, Chaya Satasanga. So here it is written that there are six kinds of holy associations. Now, six kind of spiritual associations. So this we see in the fourth verse. In the fourth verse, we see that when we are in the association of devotees, what happens? We perform the six good activities which are conducive for bhakti. That is, dadati, pratigranhati, guhyam akhyati pruchhati, bhunkte bhojte cheva, shadvidham priti lakshanam. So by performing these six activities, what happens? There is a loving bond that is being built up between devotees, and that net becomes much more stronger. So when we are in association of devotees, what happens? It is like the scarecrow that we put on the farm. It is like the net that we put around the sapling, so that no other pest or rodent comes and eats up the fruit or the flower. So dadati, by giving charity. Pratigranati, by accepting gifts in return. Guhyam akhyati, like asking and explaining and inquiring confidential topics, not about the devotee, but about bhakti, about Radha Krishna, about Gaur Nitai. So Guhyam akhyati pruchhati. Bhunkte, eating. Bhojayate, feeding. Cha eva shadvidham priti lakshanam. So here in the bhajan that we are singing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing the same thing. Chaya tata sanga deho he amara. So, O Guru, O Vaishnav Thakur, you have got the power to control my six urges. You have got the power to purify my six faults. You have also got the power to give me the six good qualities and to give me the six kinds of spiritual associations. And I have sat down here in the hope of having your company. So just by worshipping Guru, Sri Guru, and the devotees, we are able to achieve all of these things: controlling the urges, removing the faults, having good qualities, and having good association. Then here in the next verse, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining why it is happening. So ekaki amara, alone, myself alone, nahi paya bala. I don't have the strength. I don't find the strength. Harinama sankirtane. So one sometimes it might feel that yes, I have got the Bhaktilata beach. Let me go alone and I'll perform devotion. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because yes, one person might be able to control the urges by, like, after millions of lifetimes, the controlling of urges could be achieved. After again millions of lifetimes, the six faults can be removed. Again millions of lifetimes, the six good qualities may emerge. But what about the association? What about the six good association, dadati pratigranati? That can only happen in the association of devotees. We cannot receive or give gifts to oneself. We cannot ask the confidential topics of Radha Krishna and Gaurnitai to oneself. We cannot eat and feed oneself. So that the last six good holy associations is very essential for the growth and for nurturing the Bhaktilata Bija. So here he is writing, Ekaki Amara Nahi Paya Bala Harinama Sankirtane, Tumi Kripa Kori, Shraddha Bindu Diya, Deho Krishna Nama Dhane. So I am begging for your mercy. and please give me the particle of faith and give me the treasure of the holy name of Krishna. The last verse, Krishna said, Tomara Krishna dite paro, Tomara Shakati ache. Now, since there is no difference between Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, it is here he is writing that, oh Vaishnav Thakur, you are having Krishna. Krishna is walking with you, and you have the power to give him to me. And for such power, for such is your power, I am indeed wretched. Ami to Kangala, Krishna Krishna boli. And I am simply poor, wretched, and I am a miser. And I'm simply running behind you saying Krishna, 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 Krishna. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is basically telling us how to basically pray to the Vaishnav Thakur, the Vaishnav Acharyas, and in a very small 4-line bhajan, he has encapsulated the entire the Updeshamrit, the first 4 verses of the Updeshamrit, very beautifully in one single stanza. And this has been this is what we see is the expertness of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In one of his other bhajans, he has given the explanation to to the instructions given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If we find time sometime, we'll also sing that as well. It is the name of the bhajan is Kabe Habe Bolo. It is from Sharanagati again. So we see that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very expert in like rechurning and giving the same updesha, the instructions in the form of a small bhajan. And in the life of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we also see that he has not only controlled the urges, but he has also made others very beautiful devotees. And we are praying to we are praying to Sasi Thakur because if he had not been there, we would not have got Prabhupada. And if we would not have got Prabhupada, we would not have got our Guru Maharaj. So we should be very grateful to the entire Vaishnava Parampara that we are able to cultivate. Like they have given us the Bhakti Lata Beach, and we should pray to them for their mercy so that we are able to cultivate the small seed of bhakti that we have got in the association of devotees. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow is the Tithi, and tomorrow we'll be again singing some bhajans and glorifying Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु वन रिक्वेस्ट,
Yes,
एक्चुअली
Prabhuji.
थोड़ा लंबा हो जाता है तो फिर बीच में छोड़ने को मन नहीं करता, ऑफिस
अच्छा
में रहते
प्रभुजी,
हैं
ठीक है प्रभुजी, ठीक है प्रभुजी। कल हम लोग
तो
तो
थोड़ा
I'll
सा,
keep it very short.
हाँ, लेट्स लिमिट इट टू अप टू 9:10, 9:15।
Yes, yes प्रभुजी, yes प्रभुजी।
ठीक, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी। So we can leave. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय।
Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful class.
थैंक यू माता जी। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Dandat pranam.
नमो नमः जी।